How you're doing. So this video is all about the mnemonics on the fundamental duties, and through this you'll be able to remember all the fundamental duties in the chronological order. So before beginning, this is a short announcement regarding the Unacademy Ultra Combat, so which is on February 27th, that is Sunday at 11 a.m. and it is totally free of cost. You can enroll by using my code, that is Tripti 10. So in this, if you're planning to appear this year, that is 2022, so you'll be given 60 minutes, that is 1 hour, and in that you'll be given 56 questions in different subjects, like it will be covering environment ecology based on UPSC pattern, history, geography, current affairs, science and tech, economy, polity, governance, and IR. So these all portions are covered on the UPSC pattern. And also, if you get an all India rank, so you can win exciting scholarships, that is guaranteed. So you can win, and 1,000 lucky participants can win the Amazon gift vouchers also, which is worth rupees 5,000. So just enroll. Link is in the description box, and you can use my code, that is Tripti10. So let's start the today's video, that is on fundamental duties, the mnemonics on fundamental duties. So as we know that the idea of fundamental duties is inspired by the Constitution of Russia, and it was incorporated in the part 4A of the Constitution by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act. This is very important, on the recommendation of Swarna Singh Committee. So this is also very important point. Originally they were 10 in number, now there are total 11, and one more amendment was done, that is by the 86th Constitutional Amendment Act 2002. So all the 11 duties, they are listed in the article 51A. So this is basically about the fundamental duties. So these are the fundamental duties, that is article 51A, that is total there are 11 fundamental duties. Now basically comes the trick part. See, trick part is accordingly, you can remember, that is I'll give you short mnemonics also, and through that you will be able to remember all the fundamental duties in a proper chronological order, like till 1 to 10. So you just have to remember, that is like this is 1. So this is the first fundamental duty. So 1 is equal to sun. So these are the rhyming words, that is 1 sun, sun 1. So this you can imagine that you just have to mug up a story or just to form the idea of a story that I am speaking. So the first fundamental duty is to abide by the Constitution and respect the ideals, institutions, the national flag, and the national anthem. So the key word is national anthem, because the questions appear in the UPSC prelims to identify the fundamental duties or the DPSPs. So you cannot mug up each and everything, but through this video you can mug up all the fundamental duties in a way, basically in a chronological manner. So here the keyword is national anthem, national flag, and the Constitution, and the mnemonic is 1 is equal to sun, 1 sun, 1 sun. So you can just imagine that under the bright sunshine we are just singing the national anthem, and we have a book of Constitution burning a hole covered by our hand. So just imagine that under the bright sunshine you are just like singing the national anthem. So 1 sun. Now second is basically 2, that is shoe. So 2, that is second fundamental duty, 2 is equal to shoe. So this is the second fundamental duty, that is to cherish and follow the noble ideals that inspired the national struggle for freedom. So you can just imagine that someone is hurling a shoe on the statue of the great leaders, and you beat him using his own shoe. So that is how you can remember the second fundamental duty. Now third, that is 3. So 3 is equal to tree. So you can remember that is the third fundamental duty, to uphold and protect the sovereignty, unity, and integrity. So this is S, U, and I. So I can say sui. Sui is basically a needle in English. So you can just imagine that you have punched a hole using a sui, that is a needle, and an air out of the balloon like tree comes out and it collapses. So this is how you can remember the third fundamental duty. So this is basically 4, and 4 you can remember as the boar. So this is basically an animal, that is boar. So fourth fundamental duty is to defend the country and render the national service when called upon to do so. So you can just imagine that you are rushing to the borders, sitting on this animal boar, and you are just rendering the national service, and also its speed is increasing as you approach your destinations. That is how you can just mug up the story and just remember the fundamental duties. Now next is 5, that is 5, and this is basically a picture of a hive. So the next fundamental duty is to promote the harmony and spirit of common brotherhood amongst all the people of India, and basically and renounce the practices derogatory to the dignity of women. So this is an important keyword. So you can just remember that anyone, if it is anyone is creating chaos, so it is punished by the honeybees on him. So 5, say you can remember hive, 5. So these both are the rhyming words, 5 hive. And if anyone is creating any chaos for the woman, so they are basically punished by the honeybees, bitten by the honeybees basically. So you can remember like that. Now this is basically 6, and 6 is basically stick. And sixth fundamental duty is to value and preserve the rich heritage of the country's composite culture. So you can see and you can imagine that Taj Mahal standing on support of the sticks, like Taj Mahal. You can just imagine the picture, like Taj Mahal is on these sticks, like Taj Mahal is standing on the support of sticks. So 6 is stick. So that is how you can just mug this up and mug this story and visualize this story. And if you read this story again and again, you will be able to remember all the fundamental duties, which will help you in prelims also and mains also. Okay, so next is 7. So this is basically heaven, 7 heaven. These both are rhyming words. So 7th fundamental duty is to protect and improve the natural environment, including the forests, lakes, rivers, wildlife, and to have compassion for the living creatures. So imagine that you have died and there is a long queue in front of the heaven, and those who have tortured the wildlife in any way, so they are not allowed the entry into the heaven. So that is how you can just mug this story up in your mind. Now next is 8, 8th fundamental duty, that is 8. So 8, that is the rhyming word is gate, 8 gate, gate 8. So this is how you can remember. And the 8th fundamental duty is to develop the scientific temper, humanism, and the spirit of inquiry and reform. So basically inside your head, basically it is a gate, and you open the gate, you put all your blind faiths and beliefs in that way, and you eat the key. So that is how you can remember. 8 is gate, that is like in your head, and you just put all your blind faiths and beliefs basically into that gate. So this is how you can remember the 8th fundamental duty. Now total there are 11 fundamental duties. The 11th one was added by the Constitutional Amendment Act, and this is the 10th Amendment Act. That is, this is the 10th fundamental duty. That is this is 10th, that is, and this is 9th, to safeguard the public property and abjure the violence. So 9, say you can just remember 9th fundamental duty, that is line. So anyone promoting the violence is asked to stand in a line, and then he's punished. So this is how you can just imagine the story and learn. Now next is 10th fundamental duty, 10 and hen. This is the rhyming word, 10 and hen. And the 10th fundamental duty is to strive towards the excellence in all the spheres of the individual and the collective activity, so that the nation constantly rises to the higher levels of the endeavor and achievement. So you can just imagine that we all are in a poultry farm, and only the best quality of hens are produced by us. So this is how you can remember the 10th fundamental duty, that is 10 and hen. Hen, say you can just remember the poultry farm, and in the poultry farms all the best like hens, they are produced, the best quality hens, they are produced by us. So it is basically towards the excellence, the excellent hens are produced. So that is how we can just remember the keywords and all the fundamental duties. So this is it for today. And if you like, and if this video actually helped you in your studies, so just give a thumbs up, and thank you.